Hi there and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster with Ben. Last time we got this set up. We got a tank full of lava. It's completely filled up. Feeding into this a boiler. The boiler is getting up to temperature. It's up to 565 degrees Celsius. That is now a high enough temperature to produce steam, which is feeding our one dynamo, which we nicked from the tower. That's producing power, that's coming down this pipe, back into this cube, which is at the moment feeding the transposer, which is keeping everything running. You can see this is just constantly filling up. This one over here, which is powering the tank, is doing pretty okay actually. It's still over half full. One thing I have noticed is this piece of conduit here was underneath this, but it was touching this redstone engine at the back, and for some reason it was connecting to it and it was draining all the power out the cube. I have no idea why that is draining the cell, but it does. So basically just don't let your cables connect to a redstone engine and you will be fine. I may have to shift that at some point. But for now, we have a tiny little problem. The tiny little problem is that these energy conduits only accept whatever it says. That's the wrong one. 80 RF per tick. These dynamos produce 80 RF per tick. So a leadstone cable can only handle the output from one dynamo. I'm going to connect at least 4 up onto a cable. I've managed to scrape together just enough copper to build a second steam dynamo. They take, 11, 12 copper each, and I had about 14 left, so that's just enough. So if I connected this up now, it wouldn't actually do anything, because this cable can't handle more power. So we're going to have to upgrade all our cabling, and we're going to want to upgrade it to hardened energy conduit. That takes 400 RF per tick. That's enough for 5 dynamos, is it? So that's plenty for now. And it's just made from the basic energy conduit, a few pieces of redstone, and some invar. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to upgrade this and build a little power plant so that we can... we're running the energy through various cells and back in to make it all work without needing any me to do anything to it, basically. So how many conduits do we have? We actually don't have many. So perhaps I shall have to make a few more while I'm here. Unless there's more stuck in a chest. I think I've used them all upstairs. Yep, I have. So they should be in a recipe in one of these. And obviously that means that they are not even slightly. But it's an easy enough recipe. We just need a bit of lead. We are really low on the redstone, and that is really, really bad. Okay, let's go for Plan B. Plan B is ripping all the old wiring out. I should also note that now there is absolutely nothing providing power down here. There's still a bit left in that cell, but basically we need to get power back here sharpish. So I'm going to have to run cable underneath the ground. Okay, we can for now just pop all of this straight out. And upgrade it. So all that we need is a little bit of invar blend, invar nuggets even. I have 4 of those still left over. Invar's really easy to make because it's just iron and ferrous metal. I've put together a bit more iron, pulverised iron. So there we go, we're going to get another, let's make another 12 Invar. And we should just about be able to cook all of those up. Yeah, I think we can do it in here. So all that you need is your energy, conduit with some redstone, and let's get that out. Invar, I've forgotten exactly how many and if it's shapeless or not. 3 conduit, 3 redstone, 1 Invar. So, was it 3 and 3 like that? And 1 piece of Invar. Gets you 3 of those. I'm going to need to get a bit more redstone. We are so incredibly low on redstone now. Hello, cow. That we really need the quarry to get us loads more out. But here we go. We've got a bit of it. We are out of the Invar. We made up all 12. So we can make... Oh, we've actually run out of conduit. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That is less fine. Is it time to pull the plug on this altogether? Yes, it is. So, what I want to do... Basically, I want to use some of these redstone energy cells to create a buffer, basically. So, my plan is connect up the leadstone going straight down, just like that. It's obviously going to have to go underground for neatness. So I'm going to make it pop up here. No, I want a bit of space. Because in fact it's going to come down here because there will be more of these dynamos. That is not what I wanted to do. What I want to do is plonk that on there, that down there, and that's not even remotely there. Good. Right, let's try that again. I want these to go down under the ground here, because there will be one here and here to attach the other dynamos to. I'm thinking having them pop out the ground where this torch is and back in down there, so let's do that. It's going to mean messing around with not those. So I'm going to run conduits under the ground and pop it back up here. I'm going to hit every key wrong today. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to put this hardened energy cell in the middle. So what I have effectively created, if I create a stack, I usually actually put them all around, but I'm just going to have a single row, a line of energy conduits going up one side and down the other. And I'm going to so run out of this stuff. So this creates like a buffer area and an area where I can just nick these cells from if I want to charge anything else up. So we might just as well put the other dynamo in now. There we go. Because there's plenty of steam. There's way too much steam. They are now filling up with RF. This is now filling up with RF. I want to run the conduit under the ground and along the back of here, have energy cells on the front which will feed out to the different subsystems. So one going to the tank to maintain this, one heading off probably through a tesseract to whatever quarry I want to connect it up to, and just cables running across to the tower. That way I can see if I've got a large energy drain anywhere, but it's going to mean I am going to need a ton of cabling, and I do not have a ton of cabling, and I do not at the minute have enough redstone to create a ton of cabling, as far as I'm aware at least. Oh, I've got 47 there, that could help a lot. So let's create a bit more cable. Popping back in here, I think we'll save that one. I want to pop in, got a load of glass. It's a lot of redstone, which is so annoying. We do have a lot, so we just need the lead. Pop, pop. And we've got the cable. Shall we? Well, obviously make that first. Oh, we're getting tons, that's great. What don't we need in here at the minute? We don't need a lump of charcoal, certainly. So put the conduit in, turn it into hardened energy conduit. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. So we've got 25 and 23, that will last us. Okay, so power goes up and into this area, and then it comes out and goes down again. When it's gone down, it goes under the ground, popping up. Well, I'll have to pop up here, I guess. That's fine. So, hardened energy conduits running along here, just like that. And coming along and down here. So, now we have an input-output just there. We also have a cable popping up here, which doesn't really want to pop up there actually, it wants to pop up one back. And apologies if you can hear the cars going past. We have a scrap metal man, perhaps I'll sell him some of this invar. Okay, and that gives us leadstone just running along the back like this. Do you see where I'm going? I am now going to nab. Let's nab this one, because we can last the longest without it. This hardened energy cell. We're going to plonk this hardened energy cell. This wall is too far forwards actually, that is brill. We're going to plonk this hardened energy cell down here. It's going to mash against that, so plonk it down there. Feeding in from the back, so that is now filling up. We can now dig once again down under the ground. But not quite that far. Dig our way back up. Oh, I wish I knew how to use a keyboard. Right, create a path over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where I am. Okay, obviously that's got to go down even further. So, quick bit of digging. And see where I am now. This is where I break something. Okay, that must be the ground. I'm under the steps, aren't I? Okay, there's the Tesseract. Yes, that's exactly where it wants to come up. So, power wants to go into there. And because this doesn't need tons of power, I can just connect up the leadstone to this. And it will work absolutely fine. At least I could if I had any sense of coordination for doing this. And we can just run this all the way back over here. I'll just pop that in there. I don't think I can get out here, no. Now this is actually still completely full for some reason. Okay, that's fine. But what I can do is just connect that up to there. And we now have this. I'm going to set... Actually, I could set all the other inputs off completely, couldn't I? So, coming in from the back, going out through the bottom, that is now powering through the Tesseract. At least it should be. We'll soon know if this empties. And I can also run it straight under the book, I guess. And I think I'm out of cable. Creating lots and lots of holes to fill up. Where am I? I'm here. Okay, so we can tidy the bit right around here in a minute. But we won't even need that. So we can just run it straight into there and up. I'm going to have to work out how to move the redstone engine to make it even tidier. But we are out of the leadstone energy conduit, which is not useful. There is none that we can nick from anywhere. Nope. So, quickly back and make some more redstone energy conduits. Redstone, leadstone. If I was making the redstone, I really would be in. Because that will just last you forever, but it needs a ton of redstone, obviously. I have completely used up all my redstone. Oh no. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's oh dear. In any project bench, 13. No, that's not even remotely enough. Nothing, obviously nothing in there. Only other place it might be is in here, where I know it isn't. And I didn't melt any. No. I do have a little bit of mimikite. I know my quarry isn't down that far. I've got one. I'm gonna... Oh dear. Does this copy with mimikite? Okay, that copies quite well with mimikite. Let's plonk that in. It'll get us another 12, which should be enough to make it. Right, let us see. Where are we? We are running down under there, so we will drop down here. That is currently an output on the bottom, so it needs to be an input. Energy conduit, energy conduit, energy conduit, and a bit of energy conduit makes a complete loop, which should now be charging this up. Which it is. That means that I'm going to nick this out of here now and replace it with a bit of, you've guessed it, energy conduit, which, for neatness sake, should probably go under the ground, like that. And now we can start to fill in a little bit of this death trap. I'll make it pretty-fied a bit later. But what I was thinking was a wall up here. Obviously we've got the wall up there. So what you end up with is just a... I've even run out of bricks. What you end up with is just a nice little bank going up the wall there and feeding into this one, falling down the hole again, which is pretty full actually. So that is now all running perpetually. Without any intervention from me, that's staying full, so the power is going through. We can just replace some of these slabs. Again, not with that. And now I've got to dig my way out. And there we go. Neat and tidy and perpetually working, apart from that massive, great big hole in the floor. So my next job will be plonking another one of these down. I might just as well, because I can just let the thing charge. Input from the back, that's an output on the back. Input from the back, output to the bottom. And now I can run the cable down and backwards, out through here, across the courtyard, into the tower, and all my machines will be powered again. Eventually, because that's going to take a huge amount of redstone, which I don't have. And the quarry hasn't got down deep enough to get to redstone yet. So I shall have to wait for that, and whilst I am waiting, I shall tidy up this rather messy floor. I shall probably just fall down here again, nick the energy cell, take it back to power the machines, make a load more smooth stone bricks and the like. And once I've cut across the floor, I shall finally get around to sorting this courtyard area out and putting things on it, making it prettier. Ouch, let's just go down and see how the quarry's doing and get blown up by a creeper. Do I still have a few bows and arrows? I do. Hello, creeper. Pop. There we go. So, finally, just what's going on down here. Because we've not been down here for a while, you can see water everywhere. The pig's still swimming about in the corner. And I think everything has stopped because we are completely out of power. So got to sort that. But we have got a load more mimikite, so I can get some more redstone from that. Silver, lead, iron and tin. And a load more rubbish, a few bees, a few brains. So that's fine. So, next episode we will be moving on to something else. I shall probably route the power underground between this episode and the next because, hey, it's not that exciting. So, thank you very much for watching it all, and I shall see you next time.